Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives and Lights with a video review of the Palight T50. Yes, Palight, they sell most of their stuff in Russia and overseas. Not very well known in the USA, but I've had several Palights. Some were good, some were not. This T50 caught my eye. I'll be honest, it was all about the price. It was $26 was the normal price, but there's a 15% off discount code, so it's actually less than $26. And the big thing about this, the battery is included, and it's a very pricey battery if you were to buy it separately. And speaking of that battery, to get at it, you unscrew the head of the light from the body. Here is the battery in question, a very high capacity 26650 lithium ion, and this is it's a Keranite battery. Now Keranite is actually owned by the same company as Palight, and it is rechargeable. Now a battery like this, if you were to buy it separately, could easily run you $8 to $10 by itself. So the fact that this was included, I did the math, and basically I got the light for $15 because, if you subtract the price of the battery. So it was really the price that drew me in. This also comes with that lanyard as well as an adapter tube if you want to use an 18650 battery with the light. And it also comes with this recharger, which I never plan on using because I like to use my smart chargers, but it does come with this. This is a pretty durable light. I did notice the body of the light is, you can see it's quite thick, right? So it's very durable, and because the tail cap does not unscrew, it's just one solid piece, so it's kind of a tank of a light. This is all controlled by the tail switch here, and it has 6 different modes. Now it will always start in the high mode, and you can change the modes by half pressing. Okay, strobe warning, we have that coming up. It'll go from high to medium to low to strobe. This is turbo, and this is SOS. Now, if you keep half pressing, it'll keep going through that cycle of 6 modes. However, if you turn the light off and wait about 10 seconds, by default, it will come back in the high mode. So there's no mode memory, but by default it will start in the high mode unless you're switching modes quickly. Now as for that mode cycle, I don't really like that the flashing modes are like stuck in the main cycle, especially putting one of the flashing modes before the turbo mode. That doesn't really make sense to me, but I do like that by default it'll just always start in the high mode. That's fairly useful. So yeah, not the ideal mode cycle, but at this price, you gotta expect something like that. Here is a look at the reflector and the emitter. It is a smooth reflector, and the emitter, they're saying it's a Palight Star 3.0 LED. Alright, let's take this thing outside and show you some demonstration footage, some of the testing I did out in the field, and then we'll come back for final thoughts. Okay, here we are on the old testing board with this Palight. This is the high mode. This is medium. This is low. Strobe warning. That is the strobe. Nice. This is the turbo mode. This is what they're saying is 1,000 lumens. It does look pretty bright. And this is the SOS mode. Here is a top view of the beam on this Palight, on the old wood bench. So you see the angles there. Ye old wood pile. Fairly bright. And here is the Palight from the 2nd story window. That's where we were, the testing board. Easily reaches the chairs. It's fairly focused beam. What else can we see? There's no deer tonight, just some vegetation. Oh, I saw some eyes. I think there's a deer just trying to sleep over there. I'm not going to disturb it. I didn't know it was there. But yeah, that's the backyard range on this Palight. Not bad, not bad. Hey, what's up YouTube? On the road testing out this Palight. You want to see something kind of interesting? Rock slide. You see those rocks? I will zoom in. I'm across the road. You see those rocks? That's from a rock slide. We've been having very heavy rain, and you want to see where they come from? All right, see those? One of these days, that wall of dirt is going to turn to mud, and all those rocks are going to come down. It actually happens quite frequently right here. Yeah, this is a rock slide zone. It's actually quite common right here to have rock slides on this stretch of road. Apparently, there was one just this week. And I am using the Palight. It's doing pretty good. There's a street light close by, but still, without the light and with the light. So here I am at the road with no name and no lights, except the lights I bring with me. Here's the Palight, just looking around for what we can see. All right, let's go check out the creek. This is the turbo mode. It's a very focused beam. I mean, it's like a spotlight effect. You see the trees on the far bank. All right, so there you go. That is the Palight overlooking Frog Creek. And we are back. So my final conclusions on this light, well, it has good points and bad points. All right, let's start with the bad points. So I'm not sure how true the color comes through from the camera, so I'll just tell you the color of this light. I would describe it as like a clear, warm light with a purple tinge or tint. And I don't really like that purple color to the light. I prefer like a cool white as the color of my flashlight lights. But if you're going to do a warm light, I don't like that there's a purple color to it. And a lot of flashlight people won't like that. And as for the benefits, you know the benefits. I told you before, the thing is $26, but then there's like a 15% off discount code that I'll include. And you get that battery with the light. So basically the main selling point of this light is just the low price. So my final conclusions, it's definitely not a must-have. I would pretty much only recommend this to people that are in a really tight budget squeeze. Because even most people on a budget can manage to save up like an extra $10 or an extra $20. Right, so I would only recommend this if you're just really in a hard spot and you just absolutely can't even get $10 more. That's pretty much who I would recommend this to. So I will include a link if you want to pick one of these up, but I will also include links to other budget choices that might be a bit more expensive, but that I think a lot of people would like more than this. Alright YouTube, I hope you enjoyed seeing this light. This has been We All Juggle Knives and Lights. I'm out.